Hey guys, welcome to the Iron Mobility Fitness channel. My name is Coach Hallie, also known as Kettlebell Mama, and I am here to guide you through a hip mobility warm-up. So let's get right into it. You're gonna start on hands and knees in a quadruped position. We're gonna go right into some hip cars. Okay, so if you've done my videos before on the Iron Mobility channel, you know what a hip car is. If you don't know what it is, just follow along. You're gonna protract and push away from the ground, making sure you're not sinking into your shoulders. And then let's start with our left leg, squeezing our calf tight to our hamstring to help create some posterior engagement. Lift the knee a little bit off the floor, and we're gonna drive that knee forward toward our chest into as much hip flexion as we can get without rounding our spine. Then sweep up and out, lifting and abducting our hip as best we can. Swivel the knee back in space and then start to internally rotate through your hip, bringing your heel up toward the ceiling. And then adduct your hip, adduct meaning bring it toward your midline so your knee comes right behind you and you're in your full hip extension. Bring the knee down, take a breath, and now just reverse that, driving right back up into your full hip extension. Keep pushing out of those shoulders. Now keep the internal rotation, sweep the leg out away from your body, then externally rotate through your hip and pull that knee toward your tricep as you bring it underneath you. Nice. Second rep here, we're gonna add in some knee extensions with our leg behind us. So we're gonna start exactly the same. Lifting that knee, here we go. Pull it forward as far as you can. From there, sweep it up and out, lifting it as high as you can, and then sweep the knee back. Internally rotate through your hip. Find your full hip extension with your knee right behind your hip joint. And now pause here. Keep a slight posterior pelvic tilt and extend from your knee, driving your legs straight. And now slowly bend. Feel that hamstring engage and contract as you squeeze that calf tight. 2 more reps, just going nice and slow, trying to keep the height of your legs stable, your pelvis, your rib cage, your scaps all stable. 1 more, and bend again, and then just reverse the hip car from there, sweeping the leg out to the side, externally rotate, pull the knee forward, bring it underneath you, and rest. Awesome. And then we're gonna go into some knee hinges just to warm up our quads and our hip flexors a little bit more, find an active stretch. So come up to a tall kneeling position, find a posterior pelvic tilt, reach your arms forward, protracting through your scaps, and we're gonna hinge back, leaning our whole body from the knee joint all the way back. Exhale, drive your toes into the ground and come back up. Just 4 more of those, trying to not hinge at the hips at all, so we're keeping that hip extension as we're leaning back, finding a nice active stretch in the quads. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. And you can keep the toes curled under like I have, or you can point your toes back, which is actually a little more challenging. But for me, I have a left knee injury from about a year or so ago. So my loaded knee flexion is just a little more limited in my left knee. Okay, I'm just gonna turn around. We're gonna go into the hip cars on the right leg. Here we go. Find your nice stable position here in your quadruped position. Squeeze that right calf tight to your hamstring, protract out of your scaps. And then lift the knee, start to pull your knee forward as far as you can without rounding your spine. Lift that leg up and out to the right, abducting your hip. Start to sweep the knee back, and then internally rotate through your hip. Get that hamstring to engage and adduct, bringing your leg all the way behind you. Feel that glute and hamstring work. Bring it down, and now we reverse it. Just going back up into that hip extension. Keep pressing out of your arms. And now in the internal rotation, sweep the leg out to the side. Externally rotate. pull that knee forward, getting that active hip flexion. Awesome. Bring it underneath you. Rest for a moment. We have one more rep, adding in those 3 knee extensions. Okay, here we go. Pull the knee forward first, and then drive up and out to the right, lifting it as high as you can, making sure your pelvis is not opening up like you're a dog peeing on a hydrant. We're just trying to move through that hip joint, the femur bone. Now pause here in the hip extension and slowly extend from your knee and slowly bend. Slowly extend. Slowly bend. Feel that hamstring and glute working to keep the leg up as you extend and as you bend. Try to keep the pelvis stable. One more time, bend the knee. Squeeze that calf tight to your hamstring. And now sweep the leg out to the side from there. Externally rotate through your hip. Pull the knee forward. And rest. Awesome. Okay. We're going to move on to a loaded shin box hip hinge, and you're going to need a small kettlebell for this. Sorry, I can't really use my words today, but you're going to be in a shin box position. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward. My back leg is bent internally rotated behind me, so it's kind of like the 90-90 position. Only our feet aren't in 90-degree angles with our knee. They're in a little closer to us. And now you can rack the kettlebell, or you can just hold it at your chest in the cradle grip with the handle underneath you. And we're gonna come up into our full hip extension here. And then from here, we're gonna hinge over, finding a stretch into the glute. Exhale. Come up, fully extending your hips. So this is a loaded mobility drill. And I'm trying not to let my butt go all the way down, but I'm trying to get a nice active stretch. 2 more on this side. Last one. Bring the kettlebell down, and we're just going to switch our legs. Just take your time, find your opposite leg forward, which is my right leg. If you did the right leg first, that's okay. Find that shin box position, and here we go. Same thing, getting up into your full hip extension, and finding that nice deep hinge. Find a stretch. Exhale, drive up into that full hip extension. Again, we're not going for heavy weight with this exercise. This is more of a mobility drill, but it's a really nice way to load our hips in an asymmetrical position rather than in a standing position or a split stance deadlift. This is a nice warm up for heavier lifts. 1 more. Awesome. Go ahead, rest, set the kettlebell down. Bring it to the side. Nice. And we have 1 more exercise that we're going to do here for our warm-up, and that is just a slow tempo squat with a pause at the bottom of our squat. And so now you can do this with a kettlebell or without. I'm going to do it with a kettlebell. This is my 10 kilogram bell. You can feel free to do it with lighter. I don't recommend going heavier for this right now. We're focusing on range of motion and warming up our pelvis, our hips, our diaphragm, our deep abs, making sure those things are engaging before we go into like a full workout. So again, this is just a warm-up. So find your squat position for your feet. Toes can be a little turned out, toes can be facing forward, whatever feels good for you. Highly recommend, if you have tight ankles, to put a little plate or maybe a rolled up towel underneath your heels, so your heels are a little elevated, and that'll help you get low in your squat without worrying about the ankle mobility. And it can be really nice, especially when you're pregnant. Okay, here we go. You're gonna clean your kettlebell up, and we've got 3 counts to come down, 2 counts to pause at the bottom, 1 count to stand. So coming down, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2. Exhale, stand tall. And just 4 more reps like that. Coming down, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale. Awesome. Coming down, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Last rep. Coming down, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2. And bring the bell down. Nice. Awesome, guys. That is our hip warm up for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel ready for more dynamic, heavy movement. Let me know if you have any questions about these exercises in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as you can. And remember to like and subscribe to the Iron Mobility Fitness channel for all your fitness needs. I'm Coach Hallie. See you next time. Bye.